What is the most exciting game that you've played?
Rune Quest back when I was about 13 years old.
It's probably Scythe by Stonemeyer Games.
A Secret Hitler. You can get some really interesting twists and turns in that.
Ticket to Ride. I really enjoy that one.
And the most exciting game that we've played, well, we've really enjoyed Twilight Struggle, so that's been a game that we've always enjoyed playing.
Age of Steam all the way.
Kemet, because every game that we play is always so tense, and it's like nail biting. He's always trying to kill my elephant.
We've played several games of Arcadia Quest, like several campaigns, and there have been a couple points where it came down to at the end of a scenario, and it was a roll-off, and one guy missed his defenses by one, like 15 hits, 13 defenses on the exploding dice and everything, and one guy wins, and it was like everybody hands up in the air, super amazing.
All right. I was playing Magic since I was 7, so that's why I'm excited to be here at Gen Con.
My most exciting game would have been the Iron and Ale, playing with you actually a couple years ago, where you got permanently scarred.
It was semi-permanent.
And also, I'm new, and I came here just to play Magikar as well, so.
Most exciting for me is Red Dragon Inn.
The Trail House Upon a Hill. I think it is a fantastic game between horror and excitement.
Gloom Haven.
Pandemic Legacy. Probably Season 2 I think is better.
I was also going to say Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
The one that I'm cosplaying from today, and that was Wasteland Express Delivery Service.
Blood Rage, most exciting game I've ever played, and I enjoy that one immensely.
A game of One Night Ultimate Werewolf. We had the Daybreak expansion in. We had a really, really good time. Somebody was the guard or the bodyguard, so whoever they pointed to didn't die, but they forgot. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm a goner no matter what. Everyone knows I'm the werewolf, but the bodyguard accidentally pointed at me, and I lived, and someone else died, and it was amazing.
Werewolves. We played a 20-person game, and it was a lot of fun. There were some crazy moments, some crazy accusations, and no shortage of laughs.
Myself and my girlfriend are playing Gloom Haven. We're basically playing it all weekend, every weekend. About halfway through the campaign, having a blast. It's a great game. There's so many great games we love.
Blood Rage with our friend Adam, and I stole all of his rage, and just watching the realization fold over his face was incredible.
The most exciting game I've ever played is probably Diplomacy. It was one of the first really big games that I played, where you spend 12 hours just yelling at your friends every 20 minutes or so.
Maybe Spyfall.
I really like Rising Sun recently.
Eldritch Horror.
Legendary Marvel.
I personally really enjoy Sagrada. Really, really fun game. Lots of like replayability. Like I could play it all the time and never get sick of it.
That's tough. There's so many amazing board games, but yeah, I'm really a big fan of Sagrada too. We play it a lot.
Agricola, from the great German designer Uwe Rosenberg.
I have to agree that the same game, Agricola, I really find that intriguing and exciting.
Yes, Agricola, also known as Agricola.
Arkham Horror, I would have to say. It's lots of fun, lots of good interaction between the players. It feels like playing, actually it feels like a role-playing game on a board.
My wife and I were married here in 2009. We had a Gen Con wedding, and all our friends are here, so we're like, let's just have the wedding here. She works in the business as well, and we actually wrote a mini game to play at the wedding, and it was played by all the guests at the wedding. I'd say that was probably pretty exciting.
We play as a family. We play the Dungeons & Dragons board games, and we have a great time with those. We've played through all of the campaigns.
So the most exciting game that I've ever played is Warhammer Quest, the original, not the card game, the one with miniatures.
Blood Rage, because I'm a Viking fan.
The most exciting game that I ever played was a game of Settlers of Catan with 6 players, and the owner bought it in China, so I couldn't read the card that I picked up, and all of the 6 players were a turn away from playing. I went all in and won with a blind flip of the card with a victory condition.
I like any hidden role games, you know, point-based, card-based, so Dead of Winter is my go-to.
Cannonball Run.
The most exciting game I've ever played is Imploding Cats.
A 6-player risk game that lasted 2 days. All right, I'd say the most exciting game I've ever played, Star Wars Legion by far. It just got me into wargaming in general.
I actually have to agree. I think the most exciting game I've ever played was also probably Star Wars Legion, just because it's so much fun.
Battlestar Galactica, Secret Cylon popped up, got everybody scared. It was really fun.
Somewhere in the midst of a Pandemic Legacy
when things are popping up, you don't know what's going on. You're opening up boxes for the first time when you've ever done, first time ever playing a Legacy game. That's about as exciting as board gaming gets.
Probably Pandemic, when we played Pandemic, the first Pandemic.
Most exciting board game I've ever played is Inish. Galaxy Trucker, it's my favorite.
2 years in a row, we got to do the Ascension Designer Beatdown. So we got to play with all the people who designed Ascension, ask them questions. We definitely did not win.
So the most exciting game I've played here is an Axis and Allies tournament. It's part of S'more Swamp. Greg S'more's been running it now for, I think, 25 years.
My favorite game that I've played is Star Realms, because when I first came back in 2014, played it with my best friend, kept beating me, bought the game, played it relentlessly, and now I am unrealistically good.
Pandemic Legacy Season 1.
The most exciting, I would have to say, is Carcassonne, just because there's so much to it, and there are quite a bit, at least in my gaming group, fights on who's going to get a city and what's going to happen.
Kingdom Death Monster for sure. Just all kinds of fun stuff coming out. You never know what's going to happen. Just tons of fun. Very exciting game, for sure.
Star Wars Imperial Assault. Boom.
The most exciting board game I've ever played is Fury of Dracula.
Game of Thrones, the board game.
My most exciting board game is always the board game I just brought back from Gen Con, because everybody wants to play it and everybody's like, oh my God, you went and got this at Gen Con. It's the most exciting board game.